part of the fucking problem, my friend. You're trying to create more race divide than bridging the gap. I do not condone anything you do. You do not have any.
That's called white guilt. No, let it talk.
She made someone. Please get rid of her.
He was getting in her face.
Got assaulted. I got it on video.
People should be able to do what they want to do. It's like black people can do what they want to do. Why can't white people do what they want to do? And there was a black kid there with the white guy. So let them do their own rallies and stuff. Why y'all got to interfere and act like it's against American values for somebody to stand up for white people? Prices have been high for the last few years, and they're still high. And sadly, most folks are having to lean on credit cards just to cover their bills. That's why credit card debt is at an all-time high, trapping millions of Americans in a cycle that feels impossible to break. But there's hope. American Financing can help homeowners pay off high-interest debt using your home's equity. They're a family-owned mortgage lender that's been around for 25 years and are licensed in all 50 states. Their mortgage consultants are salary-based, means that there is no incentive to put you in a loan that doesn't work out for you or make sense for your family. In fact, customers save an average of $800 a month when they let American Financing help. There's no upfront or hidden fees to find out how much you can save, and you can even close in as fast as 10 days. You may also be able to delay up to 2 mortgage payments, giving you even more savings up front. They've helped hundreds of thousands of homeowners, and their Google review speaks for themselves. Call 866-889-8010. That's 866-889-8010 or visit AmericanFinancing.net/Tatum. Ladies and gentlemen, I was trying my best to not make another video about this Karmelo Anthony situation, but it just keep running across my radar. Like every time I want to say, okay, let's wait till the facts and everything come out and we're going to see what happens, more shenanigans happens. More and more chaos. But let me explain this. This is what I've been saying from the very beginning. Y'all saw the video I made a long time ago. I wish that Metcalf's dad, Jeff Metcalf, was a little more tough and a little more confrontational when it comes to the life of his son and the reputation of his son and the drama that has gone
on. Like I said, people ask me, how can you forgive what to this other person? I said, I forgive the other person because the forgiveness is not for him. The forgiveness is for me, so I can have peace. His life is destroyed. My life is destroyed. I want to clarify something right off the start because I've already heard some rumors and some gossip. This was not a race thing, and this is not a political thing. Please do not comment if you do not know what happened. Do not turn this into a racial thing. It was not. Do not politicize this. It's not. This is a human being thing. This person made a bad choice and it affected both his family and my family forever. It's a very unfortunate thing, but I know exactly what was happening. His brother was there who tried to save him and he died in his arms. So if you weren't there, please don't spread rumors.
I wish that Metcalf's dad, Jeff Metcalf, was a little more tough and a little more confrontational when it comes to the life of his son and the reputation of his son and the drama that has gone on. Now, there was a rally that you guys, I don't know if you were aware of it or not. There was a group that put a rally together that was, I don't know what it was called. It was like Stop Killing the Whites rally or something crazy like that. Let me see if I got it on here. Protect White Americans rally. So I guess the rally was put on by a guy named Jake Lang and then Philip Anderson, whom I know I've heard of Philip Anderson before. He's black, actually. So Jake Lang, I guess, wanted to orchestrate something to represent white folks and that he's tired or he want to bring awareness to the fact that black people kill white people twice as much as white people who kill black people and that there's black violence that's affecting white lives in America. Now, my whole thing is that, will I sit there and support something like that? No, I mean, it's pointless. It's just driving a wedge in culture. However, I don't have a problem with somebody saying that that's what they want to support. Y'all don't have a problem with Black Lives Matter. If you don't have a problem with a black group saying we need to protect ourselves from white privilege and white supremacy and neo-Nazis and the white plight against the black man. If you don't care if black people do it, then why do you care that white people do it? Because they do have a grievance. Black people are committing double the amounts of violent crimes against white people than the reverse. Today. Don't tell me something 3,000 years ago. Today, this is what's happening. So I understand. I don't feel the need to be a part of that. But I do understand that people may have a grievance, and let them do their grievance just like y'all do y'all grievance. However, there was a gentleman that worked, I think, at the Trump administration at some point. His name is Bruce Carter. So I guess Bruce Carter showed up to the event on behalf of Jeff Metcalf to tell this group that Jeff Metcalf did not want his son's likeness or anything represented with this Save the White Man rally or whatever it's called. And he came and confronted the guy, and they caught it all on video. And here's a little bit of that video.
You are part of the fucking problem, my friend. You're trying to create more race divide than bridging the gap. I do not condone anything you do. You do not have any.
That's called white guilt. No, let it talk.
My son, let me finish. I give you your time. You take my son's face off your website. I am not associated with you.
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir. You are creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness.
You are being weak. I gotta be honest with you about that, sir.
You're being weak. Condemn your son's killer and the culture that caused it.
Hey, Jeff.
That's the problem. You've been submitted.
Hold on, Jeff.
You've been submitted.
I'll handle it from here.
You've been submitted, sir.
Right.
You're not gonna make
If
us
we were
back
all,
down.
if we were all of your
back
nature,
down.
Guys, listen.
You're
Let me
not
say
gonna
this.
shame
what a
us.
weak
You're not
man.
Do you know who you're talking to? You don't, do you?
I'm talking to a black man.
You don't. No, you're not.
Okay.
You sit here, you talk about Trump.
But I am. You're not
Google
gonna
my
make me
name
back
and
down.
Trump. No. When you do that, my name is Bruce
I agree with black
Google,
males winning,
Google that.
but they're not winning
but
right
what
now.
You're doing,
they're becoming
but what
degenerates.
you're doing
and murdering white people.
You're not helping America. You're no more patriotic than I am. No way.
Silent is
Where
not
were you
helping.
on January
You've been
6th?
silent. It's only gotten worse.
Where were you on January 6th?
You've been
silent. It's only gotten worse.
Where were you? Did you stand for your country
So you
when they
think that
stole our
made you
vote?
patriot because you showed up there? Does that make you a patriot?
Joe
What's your
Biden
solution?
is, Joe Biden is a
All you're doing is
pedophile.
condemning us. What's your
My
solution?
solution is to help people where they're weak. So we have an issue in young black males' lives across the country.
It's not
It doesn't
Say that
matter.
to Jeff
Nothing's
Metcalf.
changed. It's
Say
getting
that to
worse.
Jeff Metcalf.
We talk about it, man.
Say it.
At the end of the day,
so
the
then
man
what
is
is
asking.
his-
So let me ask you this: you got a father who's grieving, and your response is he's weak.
My father is celebrating my strength right now.
You have no idea. You'll never win the Senate. And what I'll do, I'll come to Florida and run for Senate and run as a Republican, and I'll kick your butt.
Well,
No,
you
you
need 2
lose,
years.
bro.
You need 2 years of
Guaranteed.
residency
You
in Florida.
Because this
first of all.
behavior is why
First
we're
of
in the
all.
situation where we are.
No.
We get these. Is that what it is? Okay. Well, at the end of the day, he's asked you what to do and what not to do.
Listen,
you have a right to
he's
do it
no
or not.
longer
do it.
You
Austin
can say
Metcalf.
that about
I love
Austin
Austin.
Metcalf, but we're gonna get.
You don't know Austin.
I love somebody.
You
enough
love
to
the
be
thought
strong
of using Austin
No.
for T-shirts, for propaganda, and to get out here and talk about
You
who
want to
you
shut
are.
down a
I'm
white
not
man
raising
right now.
money.
That's what
I'm
you're trying to
shutting you
do.
down, ain't
No,
you?
you're not
raising
shutting me
I'm not
down.
raising money like
Because
Karmelo
I've got
Anthony.
family.
I'm not
not
raising
letting them
money
put
like
you put down
Karmelo
anymore.
Anthony.
No, bro, you
finances
stop.
at
You
a
came here to try to shut him down.
No, I
That's
came
what
in to
this
give him a
is.
message from a father.
And listen,
but I
Nah,
realized that's
bro.
not his deal.
Let's be
message-
honest. You're a black man trying to shut him down because
I'm
of what
an
he's
American
saying.
first.
No, man, you don't
I'm
really
an
think
American.
that.
No,
I am. You're
I'm
not.
an American.
I am.
That's
You're
what I
not.
am.
That's why I'm here. You want
Is
to
that it?
silence him.
No,
You want to
I'm an
shame
American
him.
that
I've seen it
says
happen
this
over and
foolishness
over.
here
It's not
doesn't work.
foolishness.
That's what
You've
it
done
is.
nothing. You have not worked on
haven't.
anything. Has not changed nothing. We're here to try something different to stop this,
so what's
bro.
the-
And before I get to the part where people were they couldn't be peaceful, they got to go and bludgeon people and spray pepper spray in people's eyes. Before I get to that point, I want you to see this clip from Jasmine Crockett, because she has to be the most This is why I continue to believe that this situation is race related. I don't care what nobody say. It's not about race. Yes, it's everything to do with race. I'm telling you, if a black kid, if Karmelo Anthony stabbed a black kid to death, we wouldn't hear nothing about it. If a white kid were to stab a black kid in this fashion, people would be losing their minds. Nobody would be advocating that the suspect have any level of mercy. They would want him to get the death penalty. So with that being said, listen to what Jasmine Crockett is saying. And this is the same thing that I'm telling you guys that black people feel on the inside. I'm like the Negro whisperer. I'm telling you guys what's happening. Or I'm the whistleblower in the Negro neighborhood. I'm telling you guys what's happening. Jasmine Crockett is the epitome of it. Listen to what she said about Karmelo Anthony. Roll the clip.
This ain't about criminality. This is about the fact that he was a little too dark for them, and he ain't even that dark, but they don't like melanin. Melanin is the biggest enemy that they have ever seen. This is why they go after certain people.
Folks, I really hate to break this news, but I think that Kamala Harris has officially been dethroned as the most smooth-brained individual in American politics. There, I've said it. Jasmine Crockett is undefeated when it comes to absolutely brainless. I was going to say brain dead, but I'm pretty sure the brain never existed to begin with, therefore it cannot die. So brainless takes, that she is filled with them to the absolute brim. There is no stopping it. So in her latest philosophical take, she explains to the rest of us how the reason why America is not standing behind this young man right here is because we hate melanin. Yeah. And I said we because I don't stand with this dude. So I must surely fall into that category, just like she says, right? As a quote unquote melanated man, obviously the reason why I can't stand behind this dude, but instead I stand with the victim in this situation. The reason behind that is because of the hatred for melanin and because there's such a huge problem with melanin, and that's all this is about. It has nothing to do with the fact that this dude took another young man's life who's never going to get to experience anything past the year 17 because of a decision made by this guy right here. Has nothing to do with that. Has nothing to do with the fact that a child was taken from a family. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with melanin. Got you. Got you. Okay. No, it makes perfect sense. Again, coming from a smooth-brained individual, this is checking out.
You know, somebody got mad at me for saying, you know, black people do this. I'm not talking about all black people. Clearly, I'm black. Clearly, I'm not talking about people like me. But you know, if it's you that I'm talking about, that feels this need to have this perpetual racial dynamic in your mind in perpetuity. She has no business to saying that they don't like who is they? You talking about white people? Like only white officers work in Frisco. Come on, what are you talking about? They don't like him because he's melanated in the skin. No, people don't like him because he stabbed another 17-year-old in the heart and killed him, and that kid is never coming back. And he had a bright future. But I want you guys to see that arrest I was talking about a little bit earlier. Just look at this video, and you can see how deranged these people are. They could never be okay with an opposing side. You rarely ever see conservatives going into their territory creating violence, but they do it to us all the time. Roll the clip.
All right.
We have an assault over here.
We got our first arrest.
We have an assault over here.
Pepper spray?
Yes.
This woman right here in the mask.
Yes.
She made someone. Please get rid of her.
He was getting in her face.
Got assaulted. I got it on video. The counter protesters are not supposed to be in the area. She got assaulted. She got assaulted on video. You're not supposed to be here. You know you're not supposed to be here. You know you're not supposed to be here. Right here. Back up. Do not interfere. Do not interfere with the arrest. Move, please. Move, please. You're interfering by not letting us walk. Back up. Do not get in the way. I know, man. Interfere again, you will be arrested for interference.
Let her go. 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 Fuck her go. Let her go. Let her go. You're done. Oh, yeah. Back up. Get back. Get in touch. Get in touch. Get back. Back up. Stay back up.
What the? Oh, you're so big. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. You're gonna act as a done so. He didn't do anything. He's killing it. What did he even do? He didn't do anything. It's something crazy.
You okay? Are you hurt? I'm good. I wish you wouldn't have done that, man. I was super cool with you guys. Sit up.
And I'll finish it with this, ladies and gentlemen. For all intents and purposes, there's no way that this kid's going to get off. I think they made a horrible decision by going with that idiotic person. I wanted to call him a name, but I'm trying not to call people names. I'm trying to be a good Christian. But they did everything wrong by going with this fool that's just making it about race.
The father being at this press conference. These are my words. Don't quote anybody. Is a disrespect to the dignity of his son. Next Generation Action Network from the beginning has respected the loss of life. No matter our opinion of it, we have kept our opinion close. We have not attacked. We have not shared the information that was shared with us about Austin Metcalf, because we respect the dignity of life.
Kicking the dad out from the event. He can't even say self-defense right. He called it self-defense. I mean, the guy can't articulate himself. I mean, you name it, he's the worst. They created a bad situation for them. I think that Karmelo Anthony is going to be found guilty. Now, a defense attorney that I heard made a lot more sense when you look at other cases that have been tried that are very similar to this, is that there's a heightened potential that what they're going to do is find him guilty of manslaughter. He's going to do 20 years in prison, and that's going to be it. They say it's an uphill battle finding him on first-degree murder. I think there is there's statutory evidence that he committed first-degree murder. But jurors and a defense will argue it all the way down, given the fact that he's a 17-year-old, will try to argue away such a heinous crime and that it was premeditated. Even though premeditation can be created in a split second, they're going to argue that this idea of premeditation had to be, he brought the knife to the school just to do this, when that's not how premeditation worked. But anyway, let me know what you think, man. This rally was crazy, but at the same time, people should be able to do what they want to do. Just like black people can do what they want to do, why can't white people do what they want to do? And there was a black kid there with the white guy. So I think some people do feel this way. Let them do their own rallies and stuff. Why y'all got to interfere and act like it's against America's values for somebody to stand up for white people? All right, I'm just saying, comment in the comment section. See you on the next one. I'm out.